pull up the assignment.
Yeah. So, sir is going to explain you the assignment, but before starting the assignment directly, means this is my suggestion to all of you. Um, that what you do that first you install the Git client, and after installing the Git client to your machine, you go through this tutorial part again, that recorded video, and the things that Vishak has executed, try to do it yourself. So then you will get a kind of broad understanding about what is happening. And I would suggest you that just after Vishak finishes this explaining the assignment part, in the next 45 minutes or so, you means in the remaining duration of the class for today, you try it out. You install Git client to your machine, and then try to execute the basic command like creating an account, initiating a transaction, viewing a transaction, and all these things. And we are online till the class duration. So if you have any query, you can get back to us and you can try to get it clarified. Okay. Yeah, Vishak, carry on.
Okay, yes. So the assignment is uploaded in Moodle in the news feed section. We will also upload it in the assignments part. So you don't need to submit anything in Moodle. We have included a Google form within the Google form link in the assignment. So let me just share my screen and
Bishak,
show
is it
you.
there in Moodle?
Yes, it is uploaded in this news forum. So
Oh,
I
okay. I
asked
see. I see.
Nidhali to
Okay, got
upload
it.
it in assignments also.
Okay, okay, got it. Yeah, carry on.
Okay, so yes, I hope you can see this. In this assignment, you will there are two parts. One is that you have to do using the JSON RPC calls, as I showed you, interacting with the Go Ethereum client. And the second part is using, I mean, executing some smart contracts using this JSON RPC. Sorry, Web3 JS library. So the submission, you have to submit your answers of both part A and part B to this Google form link. So yes, so here in each question you can see that there are multiple parts. So in for this question you need to provide the actual answer and then also the query that you are using to get that answer and the response. Okay. Uh, so these three things you need to provide. So let me go through one sample question. So this part A, in this part A you have to use JSON RPC calls to answer the following questions, and you have to provide this payload, JSON payload of the query, and also the JSON payload in the response. So one sample question is this. So just as I showed you today in the tutorial, you have to query your accounts and write the address of the first account. So the answer will be the account only, the account address which you are getting from the query, but you will also need to provide the post request payload that you are giving. So not the entire command or anything, just the post body that you are sending. Okay. So for example, this JSON RPC and uh, yes, the method parameters, etc. So this JSON, and also you have to submit the response, the raw response that you are getting. Okay. So you have to do different queries to answer these questions, and in part B actually you need to execute some transactions, and you can do and okay, let me mention that all these uh, exercise you have to do on the Goerli test network. Okay. And you can start your Go Ethereum client in the light sync mode. That will be the fastest. You don't need to run it in full mode or archive mode or anything. So you can connect it your Go Ethereum client in this Goerli testnet. Make sure that you enable HTTP. So for this RPC, and you also need to unlock your account that you will be using to execute transaction for answering the part B of this assignment. So here what you need to do is okay, and for executing transactions you will need some currency, some Ethereums. So for that you can get that from this faucet, and I think Goldie faucet is working fine. I have checked multiple times over the last week, so you won't have any problem. So you can create a temporary Twitter account if you want, if you don't want to use your own social media also. Next, this for this part B, you need to write a Web3.js code to query and execute this the smart contract located in the address. The smart contract looks like this. It is called address role map. So it contains a key value pair, which the key is an address. The address means Ethereum address here. So your address, my address, or it can be address of some other smart contract also. Anyway, the address to a string. So this string is supposed to contain your roll number. So what you need to do is in one question you need to query the roll number for this particular address and answer that, and then in the second question you need to submit your own roll number against your address. So and you have to submit your Ethereum address so that we can query and evaluate that you have successfully executed the transaction or not. So apart from that, you need to submit your transaction ID in some cases, and all the other instructions are also given in this assignments, and everything that is required is there in the slide that I will also upload in this Teams after this session. So you can go through that and do this. Okay, I think that is all. If you have any questions, then please let me know.
Sir, what is the deadline for this assignment?
Yeah, so considering that for the next week you will be having the test and all these things, we are keeping it to next Monday for the time being. That means for 13th of September. Okay. So yeah, it is not a kind of very difficult thing to do. There are the kind of standard command that you need to execute. So just spend some time, maybe during the weekend or whenever you have got some free time in the next week. I think it will not be very difficult to complete them. Okay, so we are keeping the deadline as 13.
I think, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. And another thing is just the thing that I have mentioned for the remaining time of today's class. You try it out. Try it out means at least try to install the Git client and do the basic things that Vishak has mentioned. And also in the next Friday, we will have the test. So the test will be something for a duration of 1 hour or so. And after that, the time that you have, during that time, you can also try it. And we'll be there online. So if you have any query, anything, any clarification you need, you can ask that time as well. Yeah, Professor Sural, please.
Yeah, so other announcement that we thought of making, we had initially mentioned on the first class about holding some quizzes. So for the first 2 to 3 weeks, we did not hold them because we thought that you can get settled down with your courses. So starting from the week after our test week, that is next week. So for Fridays, before the tutorial, typically we'll have short quizzes. So I thought of announcing it. And take that as basically whatever is covered since the previous quiz, that would be the syllabus for the quiz for that week. So also the announcement about the class test syllabus I have already made. So whatever was covered till our day before yesterday's class, that is the syllabus for the class test. And so for the first quiz, the syllabus would be whatever was covered from yesterday till the next quiz and so on. Okay, so I wanted to announce that as well. So I think now we can proceed with the tutorial.
Okay. Okay, so all of you please try to install the G8 client and at least start the client, create an account. So do that initial part, try it out, and Ishak and all of us here till 11. So if you have any doubt, any query, get back to us.